Imagine standing by a river at dawn. The sky is painted with gold. The water glimmers, and yet you feel thirsty. The river flows endlessly, but your hands are empty. You lean down to drink, but something within you whispers, there is not enough. This, dear listener, is the silent struggle of millions. We live in a world overflowing with abundance. Food in every store, opportunities in every city, money exchanging hands every second. And yet in our private moments, we wrestle with fear, with debt, with the heavy ache of an empty wallet. It is not the river that withholds, it is the cup we carry. If our cup is cracked, if our belief is broken, the water cannot stay. Florence Scovel Shinn, a teacher of divine wisdom in the early 20th century, said, "Your supply is endless, inexhaustible, and immediate, but it comes to you through your faith." Today, I want to speak to the part of you that feels tired. The part that whispers, will I ever be free from this struggle with money? Will I ever feel secure? Will my hard work ever be enough? You have felt the sting of checking your bank account with dread. If you have stared at bills that felt like mountains, if you have secretly wondered why others prosper while you fight to survive, this message is for you, because hidden in plain sight is a timeless law, a law so simple yet so powerful, that when aligned with it lives change overnight. I am not here to sell you fantasies. I am here to remind you of forgotten truth. Money flows not first to your wallet, but to your mind and spirit. And today, I will reveal how to open the gates of unexpected money, not by chasing it, not by fearing it, but by aligning with the very law that governs abundance itself. Stay with me, for in the next minutes, you will see why emptiness is not your destiny, why lack is only an illusion, and how you can begin, even today, to call forth prosperity into your life. And yes, before the end, I will share words you can speak, sacred affirmations, timeless and tested words that when spoken with faith, become seeds of wealth. So take a breath, release your fear, the river is waiting. The night sky stretches above you, silent and eternal. Stars flicker like ancient lanterns scattered across the vastness, each one a reminder that abundance exists in endless measure. And yet, when you look down at your own life, perhaps your wallet feels light, your bills feel heavy, and your heart carries the quiet weight of not enough. You see others thrive, you see money change hands, you hear stories of sudden blessings, and you wonder why the river of prosperity flows for some but trickles for you. You ask, why does the universe pass me by? Why does my effort seem so small compared to my need? I want you to hold this image, a river flowing endlessly, clear water rushing with strength and power. It does not stop. It does not question who is worthy to drink. The river is there for all. And yet, if you carry only a cracked cup, if your vessel is broken with doubt, fear, and disbelief, then no matter how full the river is, you will walk away thirsty. The truth is simple but often forgotten. Life is not withholding from you. It is your belief, your assumption, your word that determines how much of the river you receive. Florence Scovel Shinn, a timeless voice of divine wisdom, taught us this law. What you assume as true becomes your reality. If you assume lack, lack will follow you. If you assume wealth, wealth will come to you, often in ways so unexpected, so miraculous, that it will feel as though the universe conspired on your behalf. So let us begin here, in this sacred space between your fear and your faith. Let us begin with a truth that is eternal. You are not meant for poverty of spirit. You are not meant to live in endless lack. You are meant to know the freedom of supply, the flow of money that meets your needs and exceeds them. Not because you chase it, not because you beg for it, but because you align yourself with the law that governs it, the law of assumption. When you speak a word with conviction, you send out a command. The universe listens. Your life bends to the power of that assumption. The trouble is, most people command lack. Most people speak defeat. They wake up in the morning, and the first words in their mind are, I cannot afford this. I never have enough. Money slips away from me. And what happens? That assumption becomes flesh. It takes form. It shapes the day, the week, the year. The more they believe in lack, the more lack proves itself true. But there is another path, and this is the path we walk today. The path where you dare to speak differently, to assume differently, to live as though prosperity is already yours. The law of assumption is not about forcing or striving. It is about standing tall in faith, believing so deeply that what you desire is already yours, that the world has no choice but to mirror it back to you. I invite you now to pause, to take a breath, and to hear these affirmations, not as empty words, but as living commands. Each one is short, each one is present, each one is truth waiting to be born in your life. Listen and repeat with me. I am supplied. I am supplied. Money flows to me with ease. Money flows to me with ease. My faith makes me rich. My faith makes me rich. These words are seeds, and just as no farmer expects a harvest the moment after planting, so too must you trust the unseen work that begins the moment you speak with faith. Now let us look at why so many people remain stuck in lack. It is not because the universe chooses favorites. It is not because opportunity is scarce. It is because fear becomes the louder voice. Fear whispers, "What if I fail? What if I cannot pay? What if nothing changes?" And fear is persuasive. It paints images of bills piling higher, of doors closing, of dreams delayed forever. Doubt joins in, and together they convince you that you are powerless. And then, without realizing it, you begin to speak their language. You declare with your words what you fear most. I can't afford it. I'll never get ahead. Money doesn't stay with me. Understand this. Every time those words leave your mouth, you reinforce the assumption of lack. You hand power to fear. You drink from the cracked cup. But you are not meant to live like this. You are meant to turn your words into wands, your assumptions into keys that unlock the storehouse of abundance. So how do you align with the law instead of resisting it? The first step is trust. Trust that the supply is already present. Trust that you do not need to chase money. Money, like water, seeks the open vessel, and your faith is that vessel. When you assume you are already provided for, you magnetize the provision. When you walk with gratitude even before you see the money, you create the conditions for it to appear. The second step is to speak abundance into existence. Not once, not occasionally, but as a daily practice. Just as a gardener waters the soil each day, you must water your mind with words of prosperity. In the morning, when the world is quiet and your mind is fresh, speak your affirmation. At night, before sleep, speak them again, so they sink into your subconscious, where the law of assumption takes root. Listen now, and let these words settle into you. Repeat them aloud, or silently with the rhythm of your breath. I walk in a world of plenty. I walk in a world of plenty. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. My wallet may be empty, but my faith is full, and from faith, money flows. My wallet may be empty, but my faith is full, and from faith, money flows. The supply is endless. I receive with gratitude. The supply is endless. I receive with gratitude. Notice how each phrase feels when spoken. Notice how your body shifts, how your spirit lifts. These words are not idle. They are planting new assumptions in you, and what is assumed with faith must become reality. There will be moments when doubt tries to return. There will be days when the bank account still looks the same, when the bills are still due, when your mind wants to slip back into fear. In those moments, remember the river. Remember that the flow has never stopped. The question is not whether the river flows, but whether you carry a cup strong enough to hold it. Your words strengthen the cup. Your assumptions mend the crack. Each time you choose faith over fear, you widen the channel for money to reach you. And when you least expect it, doors open, opportunities appear, a job offer comes, a refund arrives, a gift is given. Money shows up in both ordinary and extraordinary ways, because you no longer assume its absence, you assume its presence, and the law of assumption answers you. I invite you now to imagine yourself 1 year from today. Imagine the bills that once brought fear are now paid with ease. Imagine your wallet full, your bank account steady, your heart at peace. Imagine yourself giving freely, living generously, never again shrinking back because of lack. Can you feel that freedom? Can you see that life? That is not fantasy, that is potential, and it becomes reality when you claim it now, when you align with the law, when you live as though it is already true. The words you speak today are building that future. The assumptions you hold now are writing the script of your tomorrow. So I ask you, what will you choose? Will you choose the cracked cup, the words of fear, the assumption of lack, or will you choose the vessel of faith, the words of abundance, the assumption of supply? The choice is yours, and the law will answer whatever you assume. So let us strengthen your faith together. Speak these once more with me. I am supplied. I am supplied. Money flows to me with ease. Money flows to me with ease. My faith makes me rich. My faith makes me rich. I walk in a world of plenty. I walk in a world of plenty. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. My wallet may be empty, but my faith is full, and from faith, money flows. My wallet may be empty, but my faith is full, and from faith, money flows. The supply is endless. I receive with gratitude. The supply is endless. I receive with gratitude. Let these words echo in your spirit. Let them become the new language of your life. And as you walk in this truth, watch how circumstances begin to shift, how people, opportunities, and resources align to fulfill your assumption. If these words touch your heart, let this be your new circle of faith. Subscribe, leave your affirmation in the comments, and let us together become witnesses of this law in action. Share your testimony when unexpected money arrives, when fear turns to faith, when lack gives way to abundance, because it will, because the law is timeless. Remember this as you go. The river has always been flowing, the supply has always been present, the power has always been within your words. As Florence Scovel Shinn so beautifully said, your word is your wand, use it with faith. Assume abundance, and watch as life bends to your belief. You are no longer empty, you are no longer powerless, you are aligned with the eternal law, and from this moment forward, abundance flows to you, in expected and unexpected ways. The river has been here all along. It never stopped flowing. What changed was not the world outside, but the world within you. Tonight you repaired the cup that once leaked with doubt. You strengthened it with faith. You dared to speak new words, assume new truths, and claim what was already yours, supply without end. Remember what you felt in the beginning, fear, heaviness, the ache of lack. And now remember what you feel now, lightness, hope, the quiet, but steady assurance that the same power that governs the stars governs your provision. Lack is no longer your story. Faith is your new wealth, and from faith, money flows. The transformation is not tomorrow, it is now. Each breath you take is proof that you are connected to something infinite. Each word you speak is a command to life itself. So speak with authority, assume with confidence. Live as though the supply is already here, and watch as it arrives in ways both ordinary and miraculous. I ask you, will you return to the cracked cup of fear, or will you carry the vessel of faith? Will you allow the noise of bills and worries to drown out this truth, or will you dare to stand in it, no matter how dark the night? The choice is yours, and the law will honor whichever you choose. Let hope rise in you again. Let faith be your wealth. Let every step you take remind you that you walk in a world of plenty. The doors are open. The river flows, the supply is endless. You are not waiting on the universe. The universe has been waiting on you. Your word is your wand. Use it. Now listen closely. This is not just another video. This is a covenant moment. If your heart stirred, if your spirit awakened, don't let this truth fade when you close the screen. Anchor it, declare it, share it. Type your affirmation in the comments below. Subscribe to join this circle of faith and let this channel become the witness to your transformation. Together, we will gather proof that the law is alive, that money flows, and that faith is the only wealth you ever truly need. For the next 10 seconds, I want you to do something bold. Place your hand over your heart and whisper, I am supplied. Do it, claim it, speak it into the fabric of your life. And if you believe this message was meant for you, don't just listen. Step into it. Subscribe, write your affirmation, and return here often, because your transformation is not a moment, it is a movement. Your word is your wand. Wield it, and watch the world obey.